Hi everyone, Jen here at Inspired by Purpose to bring you your pose of the day. So for today's pose, I thought we would work on a little bit of a restorative yoga pose. And I've got several different props here, so I'll give you different ways to set up depending on what you have at home and some options and modifications so you can find something that works well for you. So the pose we're going to be working on today is called matsyasana, or fish pose. This is the restorative variation. There is also an active variation. That's not what we're going to be doing today. So what this involves, we're going to be opening up through the chest, so it helps to stretch out through the chest and the shoulders. It's a little bit strength building for the upper back. But in our restorative variation, we really want to be very well supportive. The difference between our active yoga and our restorative yoga is that we want lots of support in restorative yoga so that we can allow all of the body, all of the muscles, the mind, everything to relax here. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. I've got a couple of blankets, I have a yoga bolster, and I have some blocks. So I'll start with the bolster variation. And if you don't have a yoga bolster, you could also use folded blankets or a firm cushion. You might look around and see what you have at home. And if you have none of that, I'll show you a few other variations and things that you can use as well. So you're gonna bring your hips up to the edge of the bolster and you'll fold over it. Now, as you come down, we're gonna allow the chin to lift a little bit, if that's okay on your neck. And that helps to stretch out the front of the neck and also bringing the stretch in through the chest and the shoulders a little bit. Shoulders are resting down and the arms are opening out wide by your sides. You want to try to allow the arms to hang heavy. Now, if you've got a taller bolster or cushion, you may choose to have something under your arms for a little bit more support. You could also bring a little extra support under the head if you need it. But again, you want to try to create a little bit more space between the chin and the chest if that's appropriate for you. Of course, modifying for yourself if you need more support and the chin needs to be more tucked today, that's okay. Now with the legs, I have my legs folded because this is very comfortable for me, but it's actually more traditional to have the legs extended, or you could even do a little Baddha Konasana or bound angle legs by bringing the soles of the feet together, and that'll add a little hip opening into your pose as well. And again, you just relax and rest here, thinking about allowing the body to rest onto your props. Now, another way you can set yourself up for this pose, if you don't have a lot of props at home, or if you wanted a variation where you might feel yourself working just a little bit harder, you can use your yoga blocks here. And with the yoga blocks, again, there's 3 different sort of settings for the yoga block. So you might start out with it kind of flat, and then you'll bring it under the back, the middle back. You want to think about allowing the chest to be lifted, the shoulders soft, arms wide. So we want the shoulders dropping back and down. Again, the gaze is lifted with a bit of open spaciousness around the neck. Of course, you could always support yourself with another block or a pillow if you have it under the head, if that head needs a little bit more support. Now, if you wanted a bigger opening, you could take your block and flip it this way. And you'll place it so it lands along the spine. You can adjust up or down a little bit, but you want to make sure that the chest is lifted. So really the heart would be the highest point of the body in this pose. The shoulders are dropping back and down, and with the block a little bit higher, you might need a little bit of support under the head, either with a block or whatever else you have at home, remembering the block goes 3 different heights, so you can change that for yourself. If you wanted a big opening, you could even bring the block up to its highest setting, in which case you'll likely, definitely need some support under the head. So again, the chest is the highest point of the body, the head is dropping back, shoulders soft away from the ears. Now I know some of you have foam rollers, so you can also take advantage of that in this pose by lying over it. Again, the foam roller will be kind of under the heart. So ladies, you might think about having the foam roller or the support somewhere near where the bra strap is, allowing the shoulders to rest down, heart to be lifted. And once you're in whatever variation of the pose you're choosing for today, whatever supports you have in your home, you're just allowing the body to really rest into the pose. So we're not using any muscular effort at all. We're working to relax every muscle in the body and find some stillness. In our restorative practices, it can be really nice to have some soft music going. You can put on a little bit of aromatherapy if you're into that. You can, dim lights, put on some scented candles, whatever you like. Set up your space so that it helps you to relax and rest a little bit more fully. So I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them for us and I'm happy to answer those for you. I hope to see you here in Center soon, or you can also join our classes online. See you soon.